Greetings to all the students. We are once again here with a new biology chapter, transport system. Transport system is one of the most important topics in our O-level syllabus, both Edexcel and Cambridge. And today in our transport systems class, in our biology class, we are going to see the structure of heart only. So first of all, let's see what is a transport system. Our transport system is consisting of our heart, blood vessels. Heart is a pump which pumps the blood, and the blood is circulating in the blood vessels. So what is the purpose of this heart and the blood vessels, or you can say the transport system? The function of this transport system is to take the different molecules of nutrients, oxygen, and waste products throughout our body. Why do we need a transport system, and why microscopic organisms do not need a transport system? Because the organisms with a microscopic size have got a very large surface area, so they can easily take the molecules in and out of their cells by the process of diffusion. Whereas in case of the large organisms like vertebrates, fishes, amphibians, reptile, birds, and mammals, the size of the body is so big that our surface area is reduced a lot. And because of this small surface area, it is impossible for us to take the different molecules from our surrounding into our body across our skin. And the process will become too slow if we even suppose that if we can do that. First of all, we cannot do that, but if we suppose, the process will become too slow and we will not be able to transport the molecules, send the molecules by diffusion deep inside our tissues. So the best way is that we have got a heart which pumps the blood, and the blood will take the different molecules throughout our body, and then through the blood these molecules diffuse in and out of the cells, because the cells of our body are again microscopic, so they have got a very large surface area. So when the blood will take these molecules just beside our cells, these molecules then easily diffuse inside the cells because the cells have got a large surface area. Today we are going to see the structure of heart. So this is the human heart. Our heart is consisting of, our heart first of all is made up of strong cardiac muscles. It is a muscular organ. It is slightly conical in shape. It is slightly triangular in shape. And for extra protection, it is surrounded by a thin membrane, which is called pericardium. So if we make a cross section of the heart, if we cut the heart of a cow or a goat right through the middle, we will see this type of the structure. So the heart has got two distinct parts because there is a muscular wall right in the middle of the heart. So you can see right in the middle of the heart, there is a muscular wall which is dividing our heart into two parts, the left part and the right part. So when you are writing in your copy, when the diagram is in front of you, remember that your right part with which your right hand with which you are writing is the left part of the heart, and your left hand is the right part of the heart. The heart is divided into two upper chambers which are called atria. So the two upper chambers, these two, this one and this one, are the atria. So you can see right atria and left atria. And the two lower chambers are called the ventricles. So the right ventricle and the left ventricle. So this is the right atrium. This is the right ventricle. This is the left atrium. This is the left ventricle. So in between the atrium and ventricle, you can see that these are the valves. What are the valves? These are the lid-like structure, or you can say these are the doors, which will open and close to let the blood go out of them. So when the blood is coming from right atrium, the door will open, the blood will come into the right ventricle and the door will close, the valve will close. Similarly, when the blood will come from left atrium, the door will open, the blood will come in the left ventricle, the door will close. So what is the function of these valves? They will prevent the backflow of the blood. The blood will not flow in the reverse direction. So this valve, which is in between the right atrium and right ventricle, is the tricuspid valve. And the valve in between left atrium and left ventricle is the mitral valve or the bicuspid valve. So the function of the valves is to prevent the backflow of the blood. So these are the two types, but there are other valves also in our heart, which we will discuss when we will do the circulation of the blood, when I will explain the blood circulation. So now we will just see the valves which are there in the atrium and ventricles. Now, another fact about the heart is that our heart is containing two different type of the blood side by side, and they do not mix up with each other. So the right part, this part is containing deoxygenated blood. So what is deoxygenated blood? The blood which is rich in carbon dioxide. So this is the deoxygenated blood. And the left part of our heart contains oxygenated blood. So this part contains oxygenated blood. So oxygenated blood which is rich in oxygen. So these two blood never mix up with each other. Why? Because there is a septum right in the middle of the heart. And these two type of the bloods are going in two different regions of our body, which we will see when we will do the blood circulation. So our heart is containing two different types of the blood side by side. They do not mix up with each other, and they are going to the two different regions of the body. So the right atrium and the right ventricle, they contain deoxygenated blood or the blood full of carbon dioxide, and the left atrium and left ventricle contains the blood which is rich in oxygen, and they never mix up with each other. The valves in the atrium and ventricle prevent the backflow of the blood. Such type of the blood circulatory system is called a double circulatory system. What is the meaning of double circulatory system? Our heart is actually made up of two pumps. The right part is one pump, the left part is one pump. So the right part is pumping the deoxygenated blood and the left part is pumping the oxygenated blood. So in the later classes, we will see the benefits of the double circulatory system. So let's see. Heart is a strong muscular organ. It is a pump which pumps the blood to the entire body. It is conical in shape. It is made up of strong cardiac muscles. It is covered by a thin protective membrane called pericardium. Our heart is divided into left and the right part by a muscular wall called septum. There are two upper parts called left and the right atria. The two lower parts are called left and right ventricles. In between atria and ventricles, there are valves which prevent the backflow of the blood. They are the lid-like structures. And in between the right atria and right atrium and right ventricle, there is a tricuspid valve. In between the left atrium and left ventricle, there is a mitral or bicuspid valve. The right part of the heart is comparatively thinner. The right part of the heart is made up of thin muscles, and the left part of the heart is made up of thick muscles. The right part of the heart contains impure or deoxygenated blood, and the left part of the heart contains pure or oxygenated blood. So this is all about today's class about the structure of heart. I hope you have understood and you have enjoyed the class. That's all for today. See you all in the next class with a new topic with the same chapter, but another topic, that is the different type of the blood vessels and the process of the blood circulation. So that's all for today. See you in the next class. Bye bye.